The universe is never ever going to give you the thing that you want if you need that thing to become whole. And so this is why a lot of people get stuck on their journey, because it's like they think that once I have that, I'm going to be happy. And it's never going to happen like that. You have to become happy, and the whole journey and process has to be fun for you. And then it'll unfold and it'll happen in a very effortless way. The law of attraction, it's a good segue to also attracting everything that you want in terms of relationships. Caring less really is the secret to getting anything that you want in life. You can also say like letting go and like detachment. What I see most of you guys doing is doing the opposite of caring less, which is over attaching, over performing. And it's not even overperforming, just any sort of performance in general and any sort of attachment to anything that we want is going to push it away. And this doesn't mean that we don't want to have a desire. So I'm going to talk about the key of having a desire and also like caring less about the outcome, because this is where most of you guys get stuck. In order to get anything that you want, you want to have a balance of wanting the desire and then also letting go of the desire. So wanting the desire is anything that our intuition and our heart deeply desires. And that is what our soul came here for. And that's not a bad thing. You want to have desires. You always want to grow and expand in life. And the way that the soul lets us know and the universe lets us know that we're not done is that we have a desire. And so this is not a bad thing. It's a good thing to have desires. And as soon as you reach one goal or one thing that you wanted, a new desire is going to come up. And this is how you keep evolving in life. Always want to have desires, because without any sort of desires in life, your life becomes flat and blah. Whatever your goal is, it could be to attract a relationship. The key to it all is to care less, because if you focus on perfection or you focus on like messing up along the way, or what other people think of you, or like how a guy thinks of you, to me, understanding the principles of the universe and like law of attraction go hand in hand, and especially feminine energy. The more you move into your feminine energy and all the like concepts apply in terms of embodiment, the more magnetic you'll be, and like the less you'll have to effort on the outside to get the things that you want. You suck the joy out of it, and it's going to become harder to get to that goal. So they always say that you shouldn't care about the outcome, or the destination is not what matters. It's like the journey to the destination. And I cannot express how true that is. You can feel when you're coming from a place of like attachment and like caring more about like other people and how people perceive you or men perceive you versus like who you're becoming to get the goal that you want. And anytime you attach and something has to be a certain way in order for you to feel good, you're never going to get it. So here's the key. The universe is never, ever, 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 ever going to get you the thing that you want if you need that thing to feel good. So this is why I stress inner work. And a lot of you guys don't want to buy the course because it's inner work and you guys just want quick fixes. And again, I can teach you how to become a multimillionaire, to get the man of your dreams, to have anything you want, because I've done it. Like I've done it. But I can't teach it to you without the inner work, because it is the inner work, right? And even for me to get to my next level, I'm doing inner work. It's inner work is everything. You cannot move to certain levels without inner work. The universe is never ever going to give you the thing that you want if you need that thing to become whole. And so this is why a lot of people get stuck on their journey, because it's like they think that once I have that, I'm going to be happy. And it's never going to happen like that. You have to become happy, and the whole journey and process has to be fun for you. And then it'll unfold and it'll happen in a very effortless way. And if things are not working out the way that you want along the journey, if you get discouraged by that, and this is why most people don't end up being successful, is because that as soon as they move toward what they want, there's setbacks. And I've experienced so many setbacks in my life. Like even in my own relationship with my husband, we've gone through so many challenges and tests before we got married. And then the first few months of marriage, like we've had to endure so many hardships, and like through everything, our love has always prevailed. And even for me, in terms of like where I'm on my journey now, like I was a lawyer and I'm doing this now and I was coaching, there's so many setbacks that happen along the way. So you guys only see what you guys see on the external. Like this is people on the internet don't share everything to you. You don't see the challenges that people go through to get to the goals that they want. If you're moving towards what you want and you have a setback, And all of a sudden you let that setback like influence your state of mind. So here's the thing. If you let it influence your state of mind, and let's just use a relationship, for example, or like dating. Let's say you're dating and you keep meeting like losers, right? If you let that set you back, you're just going to be single because you got to date to meet the one. And in the dating, it's not about the dating. You have to enjoy dating. You have to love it. In the dating, it should be, who am I becoming? Am I becoming like the woman of my dreams? Am I liking who I am as I'm dating? Because the thing is if you don't like who you are, how are you going to attract someone that actually likes themselves? You're not. And even if you're a woman that is attractive, successful, embodied, you're still not going to meet the guy, like the divine masculine, right away. And so on your journey, you have to care less about the outcome and you have to think more broadly about like what you want in your life. What do you want? Having a relationship for show is so shitty. It's miserable. Don't ever put yourself in that situation where you just want to get married because everyone's married. Being single is the best opportunity that you have to work on yourself and to actually meet the right person, because people that are in marriages or in relationships, I guess I would say marriages, that are unhappy and they're doing it out of show because everyone's married or they're lonely. And for those of you guys that are here that are in that situation, you could admit it's like the worst feeling. Like it sucks. And so those of you guys that are single, don't hate being single. Want what you want. I want a husband. I want to be a wife. I want love. Give that to yourself and give that to everyone else. You cannot get love. You cannot get wealth and abundance if you are not it. And this is the key thing. You want love, but then you're hating on other women that have love. You're not love. So how can you get love? You're going to get a reflection of what you are. Instead of like focusing so much on the outcome, focus on becoming the thing that you want, and then don't care about the external environment. Don't focus on anything outside you that's negative, because what's going to happen also is the universe is going to test you. So this is what happens when you say to yourself that you want a certain goal. The universe is going to make it challenging and the universe is going to test you. And the reason the universe is going to test you is because the universe is going to see, are you practicing the next level version of yourself, or are you still in the version of yourself that you are now? The next level version of yourself already has it. So the next level version of you is not going to focus on the petty things because the next level version of you already has it. And so you let all these things in between deter you. You're not that next level version of yourself. And if you're not that next level version of yourself, you can't attract the thing that you want. So it's really, really, really important to care less. It's really important with men to never, ever perform. With men, the less you care about your appearance, the less you care about how you look, the less you like focus on doing like these crazy acrobatic sex moves when you're with them because you care so much about impressing him. And the more you're just yourself, the more confident a man feels you are and the more attracted to you he's going to become. And that is also how you're going to find the right man for you. The man that's not focused on like your external and how you look and all that stupid superficial shit. That once you're in a relationship with him and you're actually in it, like the honeymoon phase is gone, that's what's going to keep the relationship ongoing. If you have to always be this like acrobatic sex goddess with him, you're not going to want to do that at some point in your relationship as you get older. You're going to have mood. And so if you fake being a version of yourself that you're not for this guy, what's going to happen when you move into a serious commitment? You're not going to be able to sustain that, is what I mean. And in the end, your soul's not going to want that because you're not being your true self. And with men, the less you care and the more you're just innately confident in yourself, the more attracted to you they are. And this is radiance. And I always say, like, it's not the outer beauty that matters, it's the inner beauty that matters. So I'm not saying that the outer beauty doesn't matter. You have to have a certain level of like taking care of yourself and you have to maintain your appearance. A man is not going to be attracted to you. And this is just the harsh truth. If you just let yourself go, there's always a balance in what I'm saying. I'm not saying that you just like let yourself go. One of the things that Peter wrote in one of my books as well was, and he always says to me is, I love her beauty. I love your beauty. And as much as he loves the physical, it's also like the inner beauty, right? It's the radiance. And this is what true feminine energy is. True feminine energy is not trying so hard to be something. In fact, that's masculine energy. You have to try so hard to be something. It's coming from a space of insecurity. Not that you don't have to wear extensions or do all the things, like everyone likes those things, including me, right? You shouldn't need those things to feel that way about yourself. That's where the inner beauty comes from. And with men, they can feel when you're performing, they can feel when you care too much. And the more you detach, the more they're going to be attracted to you. Don't do anything for like a man. Do things that make you feel good. Healthy masculine men are always going to allow you to choose yourself first um, over them. Like, and if a man is like making you compromise what you need for them, they're not the right guy. And this is what feminine energy is. Feminine energy is you have to take care of yourself in order to be radiant for everyone else. Caring less and putting your own needs like first and trusting that the people that are meant to be in your life are not going to be upset with you because you're putting your own needs first. And just so you know, people that get upset with you and men that get upset with you because you're choosing yourself over them are not the right people, because the right people are going to allow you to be you. Just remember that whatever you want is your soul purpose. You can have whatever it is that you want. Just care less about how it comes. Focus on taking action, move towards the things that you want, work on becoming like the best version of yourself, and don't focus so much on the goal. Okay. That you take to get something, the more inner work you have to do, because it should come. Everything should come. All of our manifestations should come right away. If there's a lag time in how long something is taking, and it's like your relationships are taking a long time to like reach to marriage, or you're not meeting men, there's inner work. And often one of the biggest things that's probably happening is you care too much, right? You want it too much, right? And what you want to do is detach, move into dating with the intention of like, oh, I would love to be married. I would love to be a wife, but I love my life. And so if every guy I need is a douche, who cares? It'll come quicker than if every guy you meet is a douche and you're like getting so upset about it. And you're like beating yourself up about it. You want to be lighter with yourself. That doesn't mean that you don't want to do your inner work, right? Because if you're not getting towards your goal, care and less is just one aspect, right? There could be limiting beliefs. Your thoughts and your beliefs might not be aligned with what you want. Your inner talk, and in my course, I talk about receiving thoughts versus like thoughts that are more negative and like not aligned with who you are. Like there's so many things that could be involved with why you're not getting the things that you want. So you always want to unblock. You always want to do your inner work, and like caring less is just like one component of it. Okay, guys? Okay, I love you, and I will see you guys soon.